The success of an organism, one of the factors is how well it can adapt. Right? Every organism has a job in its environment, which I mean by has a role, which biologists call a niche. Natural selection leads to organisms fitting successfully in their niche, a process called adaptation. Adaptations that allow organisms to be successful include chemical changes inside of cells, which we refer to as physiological. We can have anatomical changes, to the cells or organs, which are structural changes, and behavioral changes in an organism's response to its environment. So some examples here: marsupials in North America, there is only one marsupial, that is the possum, right? And it went under structural adaptation. In South America, I think there's around 100 or 150, somewhere in there. But however, in Australia, there is 250 different species of marsupials. Example of a physiological adaptation is in frogs. Their bloods have an antifreeze property, which prevents them from freezing up in the wintertime. The survival of winter increases. Then we have many animals that exhibit behavioral adaptation for when there is winter as well, where they migrate to different areas where resources are available for them to feed on. A special kind of adaptation occurs when a single species arrives in a new environment. The species evolves into several new species to fill a number of different niches. This is called adaptive radiation. Right? And a good example of this is the cuttled fish. Is originally in the Nile River. Then a few of these fishes followed up to 3 different lakes in Africa. Now, these few fish turned into, I believe, over 500 different species of fish. Right? I guess in the Lake Victoria, it's only 300 species, but in the 3 lakes that they went to, it's 500 different species from just this one fish. And this took over, scientists think, over about 100,000 years. We cannot downplay the effect that environmental changes have on natural selection. Natural selection and adaptations are continuous processes because the environment constantly changes over time. Mutations introduce new alleles new species evolve, and climate changes. Natural selection is a remorseless process. Organisms which cannot adapt, which I mean by that, cannot reproduce and pass on their genes, if you're dead, to their environment for any reason, face extinction. The complete loss of a species.